while we were all screaming at each other about statues and masks, politics and identity, something much bigger was happening in the background that no one talks about. 2020 just so happened to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, upward wealth transfers in all of history. While you were stuck at home watching the news and arguing with relatives on Facebook, billionaires were raking in cash. They were living the good life. Amazon absolutely exploded in profits, and Jeff Bezos at the time was the richest man in the world, on track to maybe even become a trillionaire. Walmart, Target, and other big retailers also thrived because they were the only ones deemed essential, while small businesses were forced to close. Tech giants like Apple, Microsoft, Google, they obviously hit record highs because everyone was using them while being stuck indoors. Netflix and Hulu subscriptions and other streaming platforms, they skyrocketed, and other Silicon Valley companies like Zoom went from niche software to a household name. And meanwhile, like I said, small businesses, they got completely obliterated. They didn't stand a chance. Local restaurants went out of business, local gyms closed forever, and while some average people got a check of $1,200 or whatever, the richest people in the country increased their wealth by trillions. And that's not even to mention the hedge funds and private equity firms, because while we were locked in our houses, they were busy buying them. They went on a shopping spree. So it's no wonder why, a few years later, it's harder to buy a house, because corporations own them all now, and they either A, turn them into rental properties so that they can take money out of your pocket every month while you own nothing, or they'll sell it to you but at an exorbitant price. And all of this wasn't just about money, it was about power and control. 2020 was when corporations and mega wealthy individuals truly established themselves as the rulers of society, and we're just the serfs. So when people look back at 2020 and say it was about masks, protests, and politics, they're not wrong, but they're missing the bigger picture behind all of this. Again, the huge upward wealth transfer that nobody talks about. The real story was that power was consolidated at the top. That's what really restructures society. That's why everything feels different. And we're still living in that aftermath today. Every time you walk past that empty storefront with the closed sign in the window, and the next second you see a giant Amazon truck drive by.